the north. There wasn't a place from New York to a prairie tank town that didn't draw him in if the sign read Vaudeville. I ought to know. I've booked as many Vaudeville acts as anybody in the business, from the 4 a day to the Palace. There wasn't an artist from a small-time opener to a Broadway headliner who didn't know Toby Helper. You're legit in movies. Why, compared to Vaudeville in those days, they're nothing but sideshows. And stars. Eva Tanguy, Eddie Foy, Joe Jackson, Nora Bayes, Anna Hale, Gus Edwards. Yes, those were a few of the great names that helped make the Palace in the heart of Broadway. And when an act made the Palace, believe me, it was good. Of course, not every act that made it was a headliner. There were the little numbers that opened and closed the show, but it meant a lot in the profession just to do that. That's the way it was with my friend Albert the Great, and his wife Ray and Bert Jr. They weren't headliners, but I hooked them into the Palace once in a while, and I got as big a kick out of it as they did. Then the 2 little girls, May and June, came along. And I remember Albert said, "Toby, you'll be booking 5 of us one of these days soon." But that day never came. Something happened that couldn't have happened. Yes, Vaudeville was dying. I'll never forget the day I had to call all my clients together and tell them there was no use hanging around. They took it pretty hard, and so did I, naturally. Some of them went into the movies. Some of them tried the newfangled radio. Some of them just disappeared. One of them was Albert the Great. For a while, I couldn't find any trace of him or his family.